There is a new way to dropship in 2025 that makes you more money, more profit in way less time while having a lot more fun. And the beautiful thing about it is you take on no risk, doesn't take any experience, and you can get started with it right now. Bold claim, I know, but this is the exact system that I've taught over 2,000 of my one-on-one clients in Ecom Boss, and most importantly, I have the receipt and the proof of my clients' results with this to back it up. Now let's look at dropshipping in 2025. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you've either been looking to start for a while, maybe you've tried before and not got the results you want. Ultimately, dropshipping is an amazing way to go out there and make money selling stuff online. You can sell stuff without having to have said stuff around. You don't have to buy the product up front and have it sitting around in a warehouse and spend all this money risking that money in hopes that somebody will go out there and buy it. No, we sell it online first, and then once we get that money, we then take a little bit, give it to the supplier, that gets shipped out, we pocket the profit. Meaning we're not taking on any risk when it comes to the product. But what's the catch? The catch is you have to spend money advertising your dropshipping store in hopes that people will find it and give you money for the product. Now, why do we have to advertise? Well, if you have a store that nobody knows exists, nobody is going to this store. That's why we have to advertise. So you spend thousands of dollars on ads trying to advertise this store for this product that even if you aren't taking on any risk by buying that product up front, you just put it on the website. You're spending all this money and taking on all this risk trying to get people to come to your store. Now, don't get me wrong, this can absolutely work if you have the skills and the confidence and the capital to do so. And that's after you've made a bit of money already with some of the free methods, which we're going to talk about in a second. But ultimately, it is harder than ever because ad costs are through the roof. There is more competition than ever before. There is so much free training on platforms like YouTube that anybody can go out there and compete with you, which is the reason why getting people to just come to your store after spending a bit of money on ads and give you thousands of dollars is a lot harder than people make it out to be. So going back to 2022, when I was teaching this model, it was working well, but we were definitely seeing results start to dwindle. We started to wonder if there could be a better way, a way for us to sell products and dropship them, but without needing to spend all this money on ads. And so the question became, why are we advertising? And that led to that. Well, we're advertising a store, spending all this money because nobody knows it exists. But what if we, instead of building our own store and trying to get people to come to us, what if we took products that we know are going to sell, because we've done our product research, and instead put them on a platform where the people already are. The people are already buying every single day. They trust the platform, they love the platform, they spend money on the platform. What if we just put it there in front of them? And that's when the light bulb moment occurred. What if we just put these products on free shopping platforms like Facebook Marketplace, like eBay, like Etsy, that are free apps that are on millions of people's, hundreds of millions of people's phones, and then generate sales that way, and then dropship once they've given us some money. And that singular thought changed everything. We started teaching it to our clients and started to see industry-breaking success rates. People coming in and making their first sales online in 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, because we're not spending any money on ads. We're not building websites, not doing anything complicated, not doing anything expensive, and not really risking any money up front. And it changed the game. And that's what led to what we call organic dropshipping, or the Ecom Boss system. If you've been on this channel, you've seen the results of thousands of my clients. If you're new here, welcome. There's a lot of videos on here for you to go through, binge through, find out how the system works. But put simply, this is the best way to get started with dropshipping in 2025, because instead of working hard, building a website, spending money on ads, begging, praying, hoping people come to our stores, nitpicking over data to try to get our conversion rate up to 1% to hopefully make some sales, to maybe make some money, we're working smart. Put the products where the people are who are already spending money, dropship once you make the money, done. That's what it's all about. And so if you're a beginner, I know you've got limited time, limited confidence, and limited capital with some limited skills. Everyone started in the same shoes as you, especially me. And that's exactly why this model is the best one for you, given where you are. Use this to make money, get your confidence up, get your cash flow up, and then of course you can move on to more advanced stuff. But if you're starting dropshipping in 2025, this is the model you want to be following. So how does it work? Put simply, first of all, we're going to find winning products, or what I call impulse buy products, that people are going to want to buy.
Spectacular. Give me 14 of them right now.
Now, there's a bunch of videos on this channel on exactly how we find these products, what we look for in them, but very simply, we're looking for products that are fun to use, that are eye-catching, that solve a problem, or they match more than one of those criteria. Once we find these products and we know that there's something that's selling, that is an impulse buy product that makes people go, oh, I like that, buy. Then what we do is we list them on platforms where we can go out there and use the free traffic that exists on it to get eyeballs on our product and make sales. And the big benefit being is you spend either no money or a very limited, tiny, small, insignificant amount of money to advertise these platforms. For example, Facebook Marketplace doesn't cost you anything. eBay, more fees you have to think about, which again is only a few percent. And then you got Etsy, which charges a little bit here and there, but ultimately for the right to put your products up as listings on a platform that has already done all the marketing for you, it is pennies on the dollar compared to what you would spend advertising a website that people know nothing about. But the benefit of this is, if you know the right products to put on these platforms, then you're golden. Because those products are going to do well, they're going to rank, they're going to show up in people's feeds, they're going to click and they're going to buy. And that brings in money that you didn't have to spend really any money or any time getting. And then from there, once they paid you for the product to take a little bit, you give it to a supplier. We use AliExpress for a lot of our beginners because it's free, it's easy to use, doesn't take us long to find a good supplier. Once you pay the supplier, we pocket the profit and we win every single time. And then it's just a game of repeating the process and being consistent. Most of our clients, we teach this model too. They're putting up a few products each day. They're staying consistent with their listings. They're making sales, they're fulfilling with their suppliers, and they're doubling down on the products that are working really well. Early on, they might test a bunch of different products, pet products, home decor products, tech products. But then let's just say it's a dog product that's really making sales. Then boom, we're gonna double down, triple down on dog products. More like this one, let's see what's similar to this. What can we bundle together, make some packages? We do a lot of that kind of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. There's a million different things we can do. We kind of double down on the niche and the kind of product that's working really well for us. And that's how we can really ride the wave from going from, $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month or more, so just doubling down on what clearly the market's clearly wanting and what the algorithm is favoring for your specific account. And then look, once you've gone out there, you're making $5,000, $10,000 a month or more with this model, a beginner-friendly way of going out there and drop shipping in 2025. Of course, down the line, you can then take the products that are doing well, build yourself a store, then spend some money on ads because you know the product's gonna sell, you got the cash flow, you've got the confidence because you've sold it a million times, and you also know who's buying. One of the interesting things we've done with some of our more advanced clients is we'll look at a product that's doing really well for them organically on Marketplace or eBay, whatever it may be, and then we can actually see who's buying it because we look at the conversations on, say, Facebook Marketplace, or we'll look at the details on eBay or Etsy of who's buying, and then we can go out there and know exactly who the avatar is when we make ads, when we're running our ads, when we're targeting our ads. There's been countless times where we've taken a product that's done absolute numbers on Facebook Marketplace or eBay and then turned to a store and it's crushed because the demographic who was buying that product was very, very specific. So we made our ads and everything we do all about that demographic. And I'll be honest, if you'd told me before I'd seen those sales numbers, here's a product, we're gonna build a store, the demographic that I would have thought would have been interested in the product is actually very different to who it was that was actually buying the product when we put it to the test organically. So if I had done it purely like that, it would have taken me a lot longer to figure out the advertising because I would have been advertising to the wrong group. But because we did it in the right way, we'd already made money, we'd already generated a ton of customers, we already had all the data for us, plug it in, make money, rinse and repeat. Bottom line is, if you're a beginner, don't get caught up in these big, complicated, expensive dropshipping models that just aren't the right thing for you at your current position. Start with a free model like the Ecom Boss system that we teach here on this channel. Get your money up, get your skills up, get your confidence up, and then you can take it as far as you would like. But make sure you click the link below, you check out the videos around my channel. I've got so much content here on exactly how to do this stuff step by step, so you can go ahead and get yourself started. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.